Hello everyone, this is the voice Sean Ortiz, or in this instance, the best man, Sean Ortiz. You know me from so many productions here at the Bosch Stars Productions YouTube page, including What the Bosch Was I Thinking, my various camo appearances and shenanigans on the Bosch's World vlogs, but now I'm taking over. That's right, I'm going to give you the inside scoop, the inside look, the inside rundown of the Boschelor Party. Bosch's bachelor party as thrown by me and some of his many other good, close personal friends, some of which couldn't make it, but those of which that did and participated made it a stellar evening for the Purple North Star himself, Ron Bosch, your friend and mine, Purple Best Wishes shirt guy. Hair Dye Harry really had the time of his life at the Boschelor Party, which we're going to be chronicalizing here on this edition of Bosch's World. Yeah, we're not doing any of that shit this time. Hold on, give me a second. How the hell do you use an iPhone?
Oh yeah, I roll up to the party with the handle of Bacardi, and I pass it off to all of my friends.
The very first thing that I did was reach out to April, and she was so wonderful and gave her blessing. So I got the bride's blessing, and I started going through the Common Sense Rolodex, if you will. I started contacting family members. I hit up people from the TFA group of Bosch's friends. I hit up people from Team Package. I hit up people from the Brothers Facebook group chat. I hit up people from the Major Wrestling Figure Podcast Facebook group chat. Got a guest list pinned down, and then a date set, and then now it's activity time. List of different things to do. I realize a bachelor party is kind of like anything else. It's kind of like the wedding itself. It's whatever you want it to be. So yeah, there's things like the hangover and the stereotypical wild nights out in the city and all the things that come with that. But it doesn't have to be that. And that's something that Bosch has kind of taught me through the years of being friends. You see, this is the part of the episode where Bosch is going to edit in a lot of sentimental footage. But I really gave it some thought. I met Bosch 20 years ago this year. That's right. In the late spring, early summer of 2004 was the first time I ever met Bosch. And yeah, sure, we don't really become friends until 2012 into really 2013, but he's my best friend. All the key moments of my life that mean anything to me, Bosch is there for more than a fair share of. He's one of those people that, hey, I got an idea. It's the first guy I text. Hey man, I'm having a bad day. One of the first guys I text. He's in that circle of people that if he's not at the top of my messages for whatever reason, I literally get anxiety attacks. There's pretty much nothing I can't tell him and nothing I don't trust him with. And that's the making of a true best friend. So then the pressure was on in my head because, in all honesty, I want to give him a better bachelor party than I would have wanted to give myself, if that makes any sense. When it's a standard for someone you love so much, the standard's much, much higher sometimes than even the standard for yourself. And that was a situation that I put myself in because I love Bosch. Without him, there's no me. So with that, I had to make sure that he had the best time that I could properly produce, whether I could control it or not. So I came up with this great idea. Bosch had mentioned to me that one of our friends was doing this website, letsbatch.com, for their bridal shower or something like that. And to be honest with you, they were a great site. They had a lot of different options, but not as many options for the New York area. I know. That's what I said. It's New York. What could you not do here? What did you need the site to do? That's what I said. I know that. No, I agree with you. The options were kind of limited for New York. So I had to basically use the site to kind of brainstorm some ideas on my own. And that's what I did. I found this taco boat, La Barca Cantina, and it's a floating restaurant, but it's beautiful. You get panoramic views of the Hudson. You go all the way here, there, everywhere. You see the Statue of Liberty. You see the giant Coca-Cola clock looking gimmick over there in Hoboken or Jersey City, whatever the hell it is. It's a beautiful ambiance-filled evening. So I said, okay, dinner's covered. Boom. Well, what about activities? What about somewhere to go when people need to meet us somewhere? Well, karaoke. It's very well documented on this channel. Bosch and I like karaoke. We're not ringers by any chance, but we like singing our heart out to the songs that really helped mold us and make our emotions go crazy in the moment. So I said, okay, everybody meets up for dinner, meets up for karaoke. You got the option of coming to one, the other, or everything. Ultimately, we're not necessarily the biggest club guys. To be honest with you, by midnight, 12:30, after a couple beers, after a couple cranberries, we're yawning. Still partying, still dancing, still staying till closing. But look, man, once you turn 30, your check engine light comes on. If you subscribers don't believe me, hit the subscribe button and watch yours come on now. And we pick a date. So plan was pretty much settled. I came up with something that I thought was a pretty fun evening. Went into the wee hours, of course. For those of you who don't know, Bosch works overnight, so I had to kind of do things after 5 o'clock too. So I didn't have him for like a marathon day. Plus, I had to come up with an alibi, a reason for him to dress up, a reason for him to dye his hair. Well, he was going to do that anyway. But hear me out. I had to come up with all the different things. The alibi, the BS, the run around, the activities and everything. Get the date set, start hitting people up, and then we had to change the date. So now we've got the date changed. We're trying to figure everything out, what works for everybody. Well, this guy couldn't do the new date. This guy was better time doing the old date. This guy couldn't do either date. So now, what else could I do? Change the date again. So on that third time, we were able to come to Jesus, come to a date that worked out for everybody. But there was one person in particular that no matter what, hook or by crook, I had to have at this event. This was the crown jewel. This was the missing ingredient. This was the saffron. This was the garlic butter. Okay? This was the bolognese, or whatever all those things are called. I had to get Bosch's childhood best friend, Frankie. And the important thing was, no matter what date I selected, he was in. Him to me, whether he was there the whole evening, part of what I had planned, he was the crown jewel. He needed to be there because before me, there was Frankie. Now Bosch is going to edit in all this cool stuff about through the years between him and Frankie and their relationship, and I'm going to narrate over that. You see, they've been friends since the beginning of the time. They've hung out together. They've been a part of some of each other's most important moments growing up in their upbringing into manhood, and now it's at that point where they've gone from kids to men together, and now they're going to be a part of this huge moment now that Bosch is getting married first amongst the two of them. I needed to have Frankie there. It was a little bit of a struggle, but we got to it. And if I'm being honest, that was the most important part of the evening for me. And now, the part of the story that he has no clue of is we're going to his bachelor party. So now Bosch is in on the big secret, right? Now Bosch is just walking around. He's got no clue what is or isn't going to happen and all these different things. And the worst thing ever happened. Everyone was late. I mean, seriously, everyone was late. The one day that I'm on time. Because I'm not the most punctual person. Listen, let's do a little therapy. Let me explain to you why. You know, you go to that concert, it says doors at 6, concerts at 7. It starts at 7:08, right? That's why. You go to that quinceañera, it starts at 5:30. No, senora. It's going to start about 6:15, especially depending on the culture and nationality. You know what I'm saying, brother? I could say that. I'm Puerto Rican. Don't be offended, okay? But listen. I'm here. I got my shit together for everybody, and everybody's late. So now I got Hair Dye Harry over here walking around in his purple eclectic electric boots over here, and I'm stalling for time for everybody else but me? What the hell's going on here? As we approach our vehicle. So internally, I'm kind of freaking out a little bit because ultimately I'm out of suggestions. I'm out of walking space. This thing's all the way in the West Side Highway in Manhattan, and pretty much after that, you're swimming to Jersey after that. You ought to land there, matey. So eventually, finally, my nerves calm down, and everyone is at the meetup spot, which is just outside of the pier, La Barca Cantina. Which, incidentally enough, Bosch then revealed to me that he was at the boat just nearby, the lobster boat, over the summer with April, his fiance, and her parents, and raved about how wonderful of a time he had on the lobster boat. So now here's Bosch kayaking, which I never knew he was into here on the program. Now he's on lobster boats. Now he's riding manatees in the middle of the summer. So here's this seasoned Gordon's fisherman getting ready to have quite the extravaganza because he's on another damn boat. Now the shenanigans have begun because ultimately I started telling people, hey, hide in different places around the dock.
You just got fucking people sprinkled all over the place.
And we'll just bump into you as we get on the boat. He had no idea what was happening, who was going to show up. It was kind of like a best friends Royal Rumble, and I love that. We started things off with his future brother-in-law, Malik, joining in on the fun. I had no idea you'd be here.
I had no idea I'd be here.
What a chance event to bump into you. The next participant, my big man, Tom, wearing purple, might I add. Hey, what? Tom?
What are you doing here?
Tom? Yes. I love that. I had to have the very sweet, the very wonderful, what a good guy this man is, Brian, April's brother, who Bosch has known since forever, and now he towers over Bosch, which I love.
Is this recording me?
So here we are. We got our tickets all set up. We're getting on the boat, and it's really beautiful. We got these great seats just at the beginning of the boat. We had awesome views, like I mentioned, totally panoramic. And it was a little rocky at first because we had some drizzle, and it was a little chilly when we first got together. But once we set sail, is that a proper term? We're here at the Boschelor Party at sea on the Bosch boat, taking in the open waters on our maiden quest to marital bliss. Marriage is much like the ocean. Quiet and timid in one moment, choppy and salty the next. But the thing about the voyage of marriage is staying afloat. And that's what we're doing here on the Bosch boat as we embark on the journey to marital bliss. We have departed the Bosch boat and we are walking to phase 2. So the gang's all here. We're at Muse's Karaoke Bar. And then the moment of truth, the moment that honestly I had been waiting for, maybe even more so than the two parties involved. I was a couple seconds behind, but I was able to capture the moment when Frankie and Bosch were together. And that to me made everything worthwhile. Seeing that genuine hug, that genuine love and longevity amongst two lifelong friends was really, 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 for me, the highlight of the evening. And being able to capture that meant the world. And it wasn't a cameo either. Frankie hung out with us for hours. He really, really, really wanted to be there, part of the moment. And we all started swapping stories about Bosch, the man of the hour, as he counts down to the rest of his life with April. Can we real quick spotlight April? How wonderful is she? You know, a lot of times when your best friend gets a girlfriend, you kind of don't know what you're going to get, right? You kind of don't know for sure if you're going to have a wonderful relationship, a different relationship. You know that your best friend's relationship is one thing in and out of itself, but you want to have some form of magic with this partner after all, because it's a package deal at the end of the day. Having said that, April's been all that and more. She's so supportive, so loving, so careful, protective of me. She really is a wonderful lady. And when you see the two of them together, all you can do is get inspired by the love they have for one another. So I want to thank April for giving me the permission to do this. And I hope that I did everything within her parameters, obviously.
Give me all night after midnight. Oh, somebody help me chase the shadows away. I need to know if you only hold the time. Whoa, we are family. I just got my sister with him. He's such a huge chance. I'm not now. He takes on her now. Let's get a conga line in this bitch.
Let's do it!
My brother-in-laws. These are my brother-in-laws. It's the Boschelor Party.
Eventually, after singing our hearts out, the night did have to come to a close. I allowed Bosch to have the last song of the evening to shut it on down. Got him in a cab safely. Asked him if he had the best time, if he was sports entertained. Got him his ride. Opened the door for him. Shut the lid. And sent him off home on his merry, merry way. And you know what? It's one of those things that, kind of like anything else in performing, you get the build-up, the promotion, the social media, the hype, and then you get there, and you have all this trepidation. Then you get there, and it just works. Are you having fun, Bosch?
I'm having a great fucking time.
Are you, Bosch, your thoughts, comments so far on the Boschelor Party?
Having a good time so far. I'm ready for phase 2.
Are you entertained?
Yes, I am.
Thank you for an amazing night, fellas. Boschelor Party.
The Boschelor Party. Are you satisfied?
She dead ass said,
Are you Boschified? Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe this video to keep up to date with everything that's happening. Obviously, most importantly, finally, the Bosch and April wedding. That's right. Bosch is going to vlog his wedding, and you're getting the sneak peek of everything going into that. From the tux fittings, to the hotel, to the ceremony, to the party, to the after party. All that and more right here on the channel. So be sure to like, comment, and subscribe for the Bosch and April wedding vlog. I could hear it already. It sounds WWF just saying it. Together, you and me will be forever. Nailed it. Thank you all for watching, and most importantly, thank you to Bosch for believing in me when I didn't always believe in myself. I hope I gave you the Boschelor Party of your dreams. We'll see you next time, fans.
Fuck you, Cheyenne.